Hello everybody, welcome back to my gaming review. Today I'm going to be talking about something I don't usually talk about on my channel, which is the Xbox. Now this is just an empty box. Actually no, this is a box full of cables because I gave my system my Xbox One, and this is a copy of Madden 16. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the Xbox One, the previous generation of consoles. Obviously the Xbox One got destroyed by the amazing, awesome PlayStation 4. But there was actually some positives with the Xbox One. Now, unlike the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One has backwards compatibility. One of my favorite things about the Xbox One was that it can play classic games. I had Star Wars Battlefront 1, the original version, I had Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic, I had Fallout New Vegas. I had so many fantastic games on the Xbox One. I also had like Red Faction 2, I think, from the original Xbox. I think that's my most favorite thing about the Xbox One. Now, the biggest issue and problem I have with the Xbox One is that it is DRM, which is like always online connectivity. So, a few days ago, me and my sister were playing the Xbox One, and we tried to go to a certain game, and the Xbox One says, you can't go to this game, you have to have a network connection, even though it's an offline single player game. PlayStation 4 does not do this. You pop a game in or you have a digital game, you can go completely offline and it just works fine. The PS4 will never give you a warning that you have to have internet connection for a single player offline game. So that is one of the biggest issues and problems I have with not just the Xbox One, but the Xbox Series S and X. Maybe one day I will actually go back to this console just so I can have the backwards compatibility, because it is really awesome that I can actually play some awesome classic games, like the classic Star Wars Battlefront games, plus Red Faction 2 and Fallout New Vegas. Those are some reasons why I would actually go back and play this console. But again, I think the issues with the Xbox One are much bigger than all the pros that you have with the console. Which, the pros of the console is number one, I love the design, honestly. Number two, I like that it has backwards compatibility. Number three, when it comes to Xbox One, it's actually reliable compared to the 360. The Xbox 360 was a very unreliable console that always got the red ring of death. I had so many 360s break on me, but I have not had an Xbox One break. These things are actually built way better than the 360. Also, the Xbox One, I actually like the little light that pops up right here. And the controller on the Xbox One is actually pretty good. It actually has a pretty good controller, honestly. Still, I like the PS4 controller better, but the Xbox One overall, there's a lot of good pros with the console. Design, controller, backwards compatibility with a whole bunch of classic games, and so on. But the biggest negatives I have, of course, is the DRM, always online connectivity. I hate that stuff. I have always hated the DRM thing. I think when Microsoft made the system, they should have made it the way Sony made the PlayStation 4, where you can actually just put a disc in and it works. So you can just download the game, go offline, and your system will work fine. Now, some games do work perfectly fine, but you have to do like this BS where you have to do like a check-in. You have to actually check into the game with a Wi-Fi connection for it to actually register, and then you can play offline, which is very ridiculous in my opinion. And I think that that was Microsoft's biggest mistake. But backwards compatibility was a huge plus with the Xbox One. That's the only reason why I would ever actually buy one ever again, is so I can play some classic games. Because my PS4 cannot play classic Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, it cannot play Fallout New Vegas, and so on. But anyway, I'm going to end the video. I just want to make a quick video on the Xbox One in 2022. Now, is this system still worth it? I do think this console is pretty decent, pretty good. I think that if you want a cheap system to buy, and if you want something that's backwards compatible, I think this console is definitely worth it. And there's so many different kinds of Xbox Ones on the market. You have the Xbox One S, Xbox One S All Digital Edition. You have the Xbox One X console. And, these consoles have actually gotten a lot cheaper nowadays. So if you want to actually buy an Xbox One, or if you want to experience one, if you've never owned one, I think that it's always good to, like, check it out and play it. But overall, for me, I hate the DRM. I hate the always online constant connection that you need. But yeah, this is the Xbox One, so which I gave my original Xbox One to my sister, and I sold my other one I had. I actually sold my all digital one. I just have a box for it because I use this box for like my cables and stuff. Anyway, though, tell me in the comment section below what you thought about the Xbox One and what you think about it now, and let me know in the comments below if you prefer the PlayStation 4 or if you prefer the Xbox One. I don't really make many Xbox videos on my channel. I've made only probably like 3 or 2 videos on my channel about the Xbox One. I've talked primarily about PlayStation and Nintendo, but I just want to make a Xbox video just to talk about the system and some positives. I think the negatives are pretty, I hate the negatives though, like the DRM and all that stuff, but if you can get these at a pretty affordable price and you can play a whole bunch of backwards compatible games from 360 to the original Xbox, I think that can be a pretty good deal. And again, this console is way more reliable than the 360 ever was. But anyway, I'm in the video, so peace. And again, tell me in the comment section below what you think about this system. Anyway, peace out.